The scenario being played today is the 2015 Incursion. This one has no kill box. There are 3 flags. Each one can be either controlled or dominated for 1 point, and the first one to 5 points wins. Alright, so we are on to what is, it is going to be the last game of the King of the North tournament. We didn't actually know if there'd be another one. I'll give you a spoiler, the pair down lost. But this one here is going to find me up against Ori and his Menoth. And in this one, he had the High Reclaimer and also Kreoss. Now, between these, I was kind of okay with either list against High Reclaimer, but against Kreoss, I know there's a whole knockdown thing, and the Constants list really needs those solos. So if they die because they get knocked down and killed, that's bad. Well, I thought then this one would be better. Now, as well with this, Kreoss is going to knock you down, then it can shoot you up, and I have stealth in here, so stealth will really help. I also things like have high defense that will not like being shot down, so I'm going to need to play this game in kind of waves. But as well, the scenario is going to be really key for this list. This is Incursion, where there's 3 flags going across, you know it, and you know what's great for taking those outside flags? Eliminators. Plus, he won the roll for initiative, want to go first, and he is on a really bad side where he has water on one side and obstruction on the other. So it should be fairly easy, I hope, to kind of pin him in, score on the outside flags, and then really go in waves. I want to send in the Risen and the Pressgangers first. They can be feeded on and knocked down, and then I send in the other waves while I'm kind of like spacing out so he can't get everything. So that's going to be the plan. So he has first turn, he has Defender's Ward up onto the Errants in front, everything moving up, and that's the first turn. He actually is able to get a shot off with Kale Baylock onto one of my Pressgangers, but I tough, so So on my turn, there's no reason really to hold back with the other stuff. Like I said, Risen and Pressgangers, and also a mobility Nomad rushing right up there saying, hey, feed on me, while Alexia stays back to live, Magnus is staying back to live, the Nis Hunters are staying back, the Eliminators are making sure to go wide, and even the Kayazi. The Kayazi are kind of bit forward, but hopefully enough far away from Kreoss that they should be safe. And the way that I'm engaging these errants should be in a way so that when they kill me, depending how the order is, they might still be engaged and then they can't get their quick work shot. So that's the hope. Although if he feats first, that won't really be the way it goes. So luckily for me, he gets kind of his order of activations mixed up, and he makes kind of a comical error here that wasn't really a big deal, but it's kind of funny. But what happens here is that the errants go first. They do have a little bit of problem where, you know, I'm toughing, and then he's not killing both guys, touching a model, so no quick work and blah blah blah. And then after, Kreoss charges them in the rear, which actually takes off Defender's Ward because I remembered they have Dispel on there. So it's like, oops, he just recast it, so it's not a huge deal. But he pops feet, and you can kind of see a line of tokens to show where the line is. So he has a couple of the Kayazi, not much, all the Pressgangers, the Nomads knocked down, all the Risen, and then the Jack starts shooting, and so my Nomad's a little bit messed up. I actually lost my Cortex, that kind of sucks, but otherwise he puts them on fire, kills some more guys, but this is great. He's popped the feet. All the things I don't want to be captured in it weren't captured. I didn't get many corpses because I'm so far back, but I did get a few. And now I just want to get in there, and he has nobody contesting the left flag. The right one is just Kale Baylock. So if I can kill Kale Baylock, this will be perfect. So on my turn, I make some mistakes. The Eliminators go on the left flag. They'll get me 1 control point. The one Jack just kind of gets up and walks forward. I make my 2 Risen, they get in there. Now normally I put tough on the Risen, but for this one here, to really jam now, I put the Dirge onto the Kayazi Assassins, so they get +1 defense. They get into the combat there, really just tying things up. I don't really kill any errants. I think maybe I killed one, but otherwise I'm just engaging them. That's that. Otherwise, I kind of screwed up the Nis. They go up and they kill Terran, and I really should have killed Terran and killed Balok, but I didn't. I shot Terran and then did some damage to the Reckoner. The Eliminators on the right, they charge kill Balok and failed to kill. I mean, like, only one could get there anyway, and they failed. So yeah, 1 point, 2 would have been better. And now that his feet's gone, I went and I'm fully camped on a hill. So I mean, Epic Magnus is feeling pretty good. So on his turn, he is able to get over with a Reckoner, destroys my Nomad, no big deal. Aaron's kind of shuffle around, kills a few guys. He needs like 10s to hit my Kayaz, and he actually killed 2 of them, so that was surprising. I'm going to get a good number of corpses, so that's fantastic. And I'm going to score again on his turn on the right flag. So now it's 2 points to 0, and now I feel this is the time. I'm going to get in there, I'm going to feet, lock him down, and he should be in a lot of trouble. So that's what I do. I get all my Risen back in, I put Dirge back on to the Assassins. I move Magnus to a point where he's catching all of the jacks, and I say that you can't go down and you can't go to the left. So with this, he can only go away from the right flag, so he can't trample over there now. I score again on the left flag. It's now 3-0. I'm jamming his face. I tried really hard to free up the right flag, but now there's one errant in the way. So of course, whenever I killed him, he just sacrificed somebody else instead. So I couldn't get the right flag, but yeah, I am all over him. Orin Midwinter is up there saying no magic. He's in a hard way here. So on his turn, he spent a lot of time trying to figure out how to kill me. At this point, he had, starting off, probably around 30 minutes, and by the end of this turn, it was down to 6, because he was just trying to figure out how to clear the way and get shots on the Magnus. Eventually, he starts rolling it out, and then after his Reckoner with Battle boost a shot to try and hit Magnus, I think he needed like an 8 or a 9. He misses, and after that miss, he knew like, okay, that's it. The math isn't there anymore. So he tries taking a few more shots, but really what happens then is I score on his turn, and I literally have to do nothing on my turn to win, and win the game. So, you know, Ori's a great guy. There's a fun game. I gave him my vote for best sport, because we had a good laughing time through the whole game. But really, I think the terrain in the matchup, once his feet was out of the way, I was able to just get in there and get everything. So should have Kreoss been more aggressive, caught more of my army? Maybe. Should he have held on to the feet? But either way, given the scenario and the way he was stuck with the terrain, that was the big decider here. I was a jam army, terrain was against him. He is not really running an army that likes to spread out. His errands could have ran up there more and tried to spread out to cover more flags, but eventually, you know, I'm going to start picking those guys off. The Kayazi have pretty good mats so they can get through, and he's just going to start moving away from those flags, and he just can't handle all the flags everywhere. So there you go, there's the game, and I'm going to have another video after this giving my thoughts on how the tournament went and my lists, and we'll see you there. Bye.